It's night time and everyone is sleeping when all of a sudden we see Kamble covering his head with a blanket as he looks around and then enters Saree's room through the window. He has ulterior motives and watches Saree sleeping. Kamble then takes out a knife and advances towards Saree as he has already smeared ash on her forehead earlier, marking her outnumbered days. But as he approaches a sleeping Saree, suddenly she turns around to the other side. And who does Kamble see sleeping right next to Saree is her daughter, Saree. Kamble then has second thoughts as he sees Saree's back to her daughter, and instead of doing anything to Saree, he picks up a sleeping Saree and proceeds to leave. But just then, Saree shouts out to Virat and Kamble is stuffing her mouth to keep her quiet. But Virat hears and he gets up. And then he wonders whether it was his dream and worries for Saree's safety. He then decides to go and check on Saree, and even though it is the wee hours of the morning, and he checks the main gate and sees that there's a lock there, and then goes to the outhouse and opens the window and sees Saree and Saree sleeping and is relieved. But Kamble's words come back to him of threatening Saree with her life, and he decides to stay out and guard over Saree and Saree. He picks a chair and tries to sleep, but the mosquitoes bite him everywhere and he is unable to go to sleep. He then notices a saree hanging on the clothesline and he decides to cover himself from the mosquitoes using that. And just as he is about to cover, he feels a connectivity to Saree through her saree as he wraps it around and falls asleep, feeling very loved and loving towards Saree. Now, Paakhi wakes up in the morning and suddenly as she opens up her eyes, she sees Virat is missing from the bed. She goes to check where he could be and then opens up the balcony window, and there she sees Virat fast asleep on a chair in front of the outhouse. And not only that, he is covered with a saree. So, this makes Paakhi even more angry to see Virat not in his bed but wrapped up in Saree's saree and sleeping on a chair outside the outhouse. Well, if you can imagine Paakhi's insecurity and anger, you can guess it right that definitely she is going to cut the saree into pieces as she will not tolerate anything of Saree with Virat. But fate has its ways, and no matter what, but Virat will always be there for Saree. So keep watching the latest updates on Ghum Kisikey Pyaar Meiin on Bollywood Royal, and don't forget to like our videos and subscribe to our channel.